If you come in here, there's a Google contact sync settings and a calendar sync settings. And in here, you can specify how you want to sync. Instead of choosing all contacts, especially for you, Jose, instead of sending all 60 something thousand or however many, no, you got 30 something thousand, 37,000 names, I would pick some tag and just tag those names that you want to sync to Google. Make that the selection. You can choose what direction that you want to sync it to, either SAM to Google, Google to SAM, or two-way, meaning I want to go both ways. And then one of the things that Google does is they only have a single note field, and our notes are separate individual notes. So what you can do is say, well, if you're bringing over notes from SAM, I want to bring over the top 4 notes, or whatever number that you want to do. I think you can go up to 99 on that, but it will bring over the notes as one separate note in Google. And then let me see if I can bring up a contact record real quick. Presidential. Okay, so like here's one of the contacts that got synchronized from SAM into Google. And this is just a sample name. It's not a real person. But one of the things that we do is, because there's a single note field, we label it SAM notes, and then each individual note will be listed there. Actually, it looks like there's an invalid date and time on that one. I'm not sure what that's about. But what you can do is, if you're in Google or on your phone or whatever, and you're looking at stuff and you come to the notes field, it will list out each of the 4 notes or whatever that are in SAM below the SAM notes. If you need to add a new note, you don't want to modify anything below this. It just gets wiped out. You can't make corrections to notes from here. But if you need to add a new note, you can add it above this fold, above the fold, and add new note here. And then whenever you click save, it saves it. Now, Google does not automatically send their changes to us. We have to basically poll it every couple hours. We're checking it. You also have the ability in the contacts area that once Google's turned on, this Google Sync option here will be turned on. And you can force a sync to bring any changes from Google back to SAM if you've got it set for two-way. And then that way it will sync those changes back. That would bring over that change. It would make the new note in that contact record for you, and you're good to go. So just want to make sure that whenever you're adding new notes, you add them above the SAM notes little indicator.
Now you're going to have the option to just sync the Google Contacts, also the Google Calendar. Or if you want to sync the Google Calendar only, are you going to have like a button on the calendar where it says sync calendar?
The thing about the calendar is it syncs automatically. So let me just show you this. Let me go to calendar. So let's just come here. So this is my sample Google Calendar thing that I use for testing. So let's and let me go ahead and split screen this a little bit so I can see both. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my calendar in SAM, and let's say, okay, so here's today's thing. Let's go 3 p.m. today. I'm going to have an appointment, and that is going to be with, let's say we have this with Andrew Johnson, okay? And I click on save. So whenever I do that, it puts it onto the calendar. You'll see that it sends it, or should send it pretty quickly, over to my Google Calendar. Give it a second. There it goes. So there's my appointment. It just added it to the calendar. If I go and look at it, appointment, didn't spell it right, but the SAM data, the appointment is with Andrew Johnson, and some basic information there. Now, let's say Andrew gives me a call and he says, no, I can't meet until 5. So you can come on Google, you can drag it down to 5, and then wait a second or two, and it goes ahead and changes to 5 o'clock on SAM. Or it's like, no, I can't do that. Let's go ahead and go to 6. So in SAM, I drag it down a little further, and then wait a few seconds, and it'll change it on Google Calendar as well. So calendars can sync immediately. It's just the contacts that cannot do it immediately.